with subrosatea.com. How's your day going? Okay, so let me ask you this. If you grew up loving your neighborhood malt shop, smash that like button for me. You're going to absolutely love the amount of fun that we're having in the tea shop this week. Tonight, we're going all the way back to the malt shop. We're talking chrome counters, neon lights, jukeboxes, cherries on top, and those ridiculously good treats that somehow tasted better when somebody handed them across a counter. But here's the part I am really excited about. We took 7 of those classic malt shop favorites and turned them in to tea. Yep, that is right, friends, tea. And I have 7 of them sitting right here. And I cannot wait to show you what we did. If you can't see my countertop in front of me, tap my nose. It might expand the video. Kind of just depends if you're watching it on the replay and where you're watching it. 7 of them. 7, that's right. So whether you remember going to the malt shop when you were younger, whether you remember those flavors from old movies and television, or whether you're just thinking, wait a minute, they made banana split into tea. Stay with me because we are going through all 7 tonight, and some of these are going to sound exactly the way you remember, and some of them might surprise you. 7 flavors, 7 very different memories. And I think that's what I love most about this collection. It's not just 7 random flavored teas. Every one of them comes from something you can picture. You can see it, you can taste it, you can hear the jukebox in the background, and that's exactly where I want to take you tonight. Okay, now before I start, I always want to make sure you know this. The products that I'm about to share, they are already live on our website and on our mobile shopping app. So if one of them makes you start to think, oh my gosh, I need that one, you don't have to wait until the live is over. It's already there. And if you're new here, I want to say welcome. Hey there, Miss Bonnie. What do you think about my chocolate cherry wig? It is absolutely one of my favorites. Friends, if you're new, I want to say welcome. Welcome to the Malt Shop and welcome to Sub Rosa Tea. Our website is subrosatea.com. We also have a mobile shopping app. It is free in the App Store. Search for Sub Rosa Tea, which is 3 words with 2 spaces in the middle. On our website, you can rewatch this live video on the live shopping videos webpage, and it's interactive. So I want to make sure that you know that because all of the products I'm going to talk about come in either different sizes, different colors, different availability, and you can find them all by watching the live video on the mobile shopping app. They will be right on your home screen there. Or if you want to shop by collection, down at the bottom, hit the shop button and you'll see all of the themed tea collections that we sell. This is the Malt Shop Inspired Tea Collection, and this one is limited edition. Here at Sub Rosa Tea, that means that it's going to be around roughly 6 weeks. We're a really small company based in Northern Ohio. We'll ship anywhere in the United States. But with our limited themed collections, we do have smaller quantities, as you can imagine. When they're gone, they're gone. There is one though, one that we are going to keep all year, and I'll tell you about that soon. Friends, here we sell loose leaf tea. Now, yes, in today's video, I'm only going to talk about the Malt Shop Inspired Tea Collection, but we do have over 100 flavors of loose leaf tea, and they're organized by type on our website. We also have really great tea accessories like this beautiful stackable red teapot. Here, though, if you would like to save some money, the best way for you to do that is buy the whole collection. I'm going to talk about the teas individually, but I want you to know the try me size makes about 6 to 8 cups, and the value size makes 20 to 25 servings, and that's 2 ounces. And yes, It's all loose leaf tea. Hey there, Miss Laura. Oh, hi, Daniel. Hey there, Daisy. Are you guys having a tea party today? What are you sipping on for your tea party while we watch live? Friends, if you're catching this on the replay, you can still comment if you're on social media. And of course, we will get back to you as soon as we possibly can. You can also email us at orders@subrosat.com. And if you would like, if you're really watching this on the replay, like days in the future, you should know that I am live every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can watch us live on Facebook, on our website, and on our mobile shopping app. First up, let's talk about this malt-shop loose leaf tea collection. Oh, Daniel just said we have that teapot. As a matter of fact, Daniel, your mom just submitted a photo of one of your tea parties. So yes, I remember that you do have one of these teapots. I'm holding the red one here, but friends, we have 10 colors. We have 10 colors of the teapots. Should I talk about that first? Daniel got pretty excited about it. Let's do that. Let me put that one in the queue. The stackable teapot. They're called stackable teapots because you can see it's flat. So if you have more than one, what I love, even though I have two, obviously, right? They still fit in my kitchen cabinets, which I love. And if you have more than two, they can fit under two in most kitchens. I love that. I don't know if you think this looks small, but it holds 18 ounces. So it is 2 cups. And the reason I personally have two is sometimes when I have a friend over, we're going to drink different flavors of tea. So I love having 2 different colors so she always knows which one is hers. Also, sometimes if when I have like a couple of friends over and we kind of pass the teapot around, I like having one that's completely caffeine free and then one that does have caffeine, like when I have a little brunch or a party or something like that. So this, again, friends, is our stackable teapot. It does come with an infuser basket, which is stainless steel. I'm trying to hold it up to the camera, but it really has very, very fine mesh. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up. It does have a handle here. And the basket goes almost to the bottom of the teapot. So if you only want 1 cup of tea, you can do that. I have seen teapots on the market that look kind of similar, but their baskets are really short, which obligates you to making 2 cups, if you know what I mean. This will keep your tea hot for 2 hours. It is dishwasher safe. I love it. Also, friends, for those of you who love your iced tea, you can make iced tea in this as well. Just use cold water. Tea leaves, cold water, put it in the chill chest. You're golden in about 20 minutes. Let's talk about these fabulous teas. Let's see how fast I can talk, right? Okay, what's everybody else sipping on? Oh, I see lots of people watching live. I do love it when you tune in live. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. First up, friends, we're bringing back the chocolate malt. The chocolate malt. This is a black tea. So black tea does have caffeine, around 60 milligrams of caffeine per 8-ounce cup. This is what the chocolate malt looks like. So delicious. Now, I have to tell you, we have other chocolate teas. We always have, and chances are we always will. This chocolate malt is different. Malt is a really specific flavor profile. This is probably the only tea that we sell, I think, all year that has barley in it. So, which makes the tea have some gluten. That is odd for us. We typically don't do that. But there is a really specific taste for malt. It is not just a sweet chocolate tea. It has amazing depth of flavor, but I love it, especially because in my mind, I always think chocolate malt as cold, okay? So I want you to really dial in what your expectations are when you steep this cup of tea. If you really want strong malt, I'm going to suggest that you steep it hot, but watch the temperature. Boiling water, it might get the herbs a little too far for you. My personal preference is 190 degrees. I have a programmable electric kettle love it. So 190 degrees for my taste buds, 2 minutes. It's perfect. And especially the reason I bring it up is I think some of you are going to then drink it cold or possibly make a latte. You know what I'm saying? When you think about chocolate malt, you think about it all creamy and delicious, ice cold. You really think about it kind of being ice cream in a way. So chocolate malt, like a milkshake. This is the one. Maybe steep it hot and then go ahead and make yourself a latte. Bonnie just said that she is drinking a snickerdoodle mixed with birthday cake. Oh, that sounds like a winning combination. Absolutely. And Miss Laura said that she is brewing Lucky Charms. I love it. Does Lucky Charms really have a season, Laura? I don't think so, right? I'd like to be lucky 7 days a week. Absolutely. Good choice. A good choice. Absolutely. Okay, friends, this particular collection does have 3 black teas. Technically, it has 2 black teas and a pu'er. Let's talk about coconut cream pie. Coconut cream pie is the second black tea. Black teas have around 60 milligrams of caffeine per 8-ounce cup, and this one is exactly the way you would expect it, except for the fact that there's no sugar. No sugar, no carbs, and no calories, so coconut and cream. Literally, coconut and cream. That's exactly what you would expect it to be. And I don't know about you, but at the malt shop, I'm always thinking of those Mile High coconut cream pie. Oh, what a delicious taste and creamy texture. One of my favorites for sure. Honestly, you might hear me say it a million times tonight. I love this collection. Every once in a while, as someone who lives in the creative world, I might have to stretch my imagination or stretch my palette to come up with something that kind of fits the theme. Not this time. I had to limit it. There was no need for me to stretch. I knew exactly what I wanted. I love all of these flavors. I really worked hard on them to dial in to make sure they're absolutely perfect and they taste exactly the way they should. They're inspiration. So coconut cream pie, probably another one that you would love as a latte. Totally. I think so. Next up, Shirley Temple. Shirley Temple. This is a black and oolong tea blend, and it has pu'er. So this is interesting. We do not always use pu'er. If you are not familiar, this pu'er is a black tea that has been fermented. So it has a very specific taste to it. I love an oolong tea. Oolong is so nice and smooth. And I needed both of those. I needed the dichotomy in the base in order to play off the very specific cherry notes that I was trying to achieve in a Shirley Temple. If you didn't know, a Shirley Temple is typically made with like a lemon lime soda, a Sprite or 7-Up, and cherry juice. It doesn't have to be complicated. But I gave up consuming sugar years ago. I want to say maybe 7 or 8 years ago. It's been a while. It's not that I still don't have cravings, but I really needed to dial in. The cherry in the Shirley Temple is 100% different in my mind than the next tea that I am going to talk about. So Shirley Temple tea. Did I show it to you? I don't know now. The Shirley Temple tea. Oop, hold on. Pardon me, friends. Shirley Temple tea, friends, with the pu'er and the oolong tea. Heaven, cold steeped. Again, I'm thinking Shirley Temple, which is typically made with a lemon lime soda. So for me, I love it cold steeped. And if you are someone who also likes the sparkles, you could make it with sparkling water. You could make it with club soda. You could absolutely even steep the tea in Sprite or 7-Up if that's your jam. Wait until you taste it though. Absolutely delicious. Next up, cherry limeade. Cherry limeade. This is a green tea. It's naturally low in caffeine. Look at how beautiful this is. Now you are going to see that the cherry limeade, we have a lot of fruit in here. We have an awful lot of fruit. And I think if someone just randomly went to the website and just read all the ingredients, and you're kind of thinking to yourself, is this tea for me? What does this even taste like? You kind of have to take my word for it. I had to use all of those ingredients in order to layer the flavors to mimic a cherry limeade in a malt shop. It's just the way tea works sometimes. So yes, we do have watermelon for sweetness. We have cranberries for a little tartness, and the hibiscus does that too, honestly. But then bumping up and playing to get the depth of flavor is definitely the raspberries and the orange. It's all in there. It might kind of sound like fruit salad, but friends, this is one of our best-selling collections, and it is one of our best-selling flavors. So I do hope that you'll give it a try. Next up, we have our Orange Julius. Orange Julius! Who remembers what these are? Boy, I sure do. And honestly, I don't know that I ever had an Orange Julius in a malt shop. All these other things, 100%. I've definitely had them in. But the Orange Julius for me is still very retro. I think that I've really only had an Orange Julius in the mall. There must have been a company when I was a kid. And boy, I was addicted. It was part of the mall experience is to get an Orange Julius. So for me, this is definitely nostalgia. I hope that you will also enjoy this one. When I describe this, I'm going to tell you that it's orange plus orange and vanilla because it is two different types of orange here in the kitchen. I don't know if the customer actually notices that, but it's really good, great depth of flavor. And even though I have to tell you, none of these teas are really light. They are all really strong flavors, which for me is exactly the way it should be when the jukebox is playing in the background. That's the way the malt shop is. The Orange Julius is so smooth, sweet, tangy, beautiful orange and vanilla notes, nice and smooth. And it's a white tea. Okay, so white teas, did I show that to you? It's gorgeous. White tea kind of looks like green tea, right? It's a lighter green color and the leaves are very large. So you do actually have to use more tea per cup ratio on a white tea. Very high in antioxidants, very low in caffeine. So for those of you who do prefer caffeine free, I understand, but if you ever allow yourself a little smidge of caffeine, white tea is the way to go because you get so many antioxidants. This tea is also heaven cold steeped. It is nice and strong. You don't have to worry, but if you like your tea hot, please do use steaming water with the white tea. It's very delicate. You don't want to bruise the tea leaves, and that's what causes a bitter cup of tea. That's not what an Orange Julius is, right? You definitely do not want it to be bitter whatsoever. Next up, friends, is our banana split. Banana split tea is completely caffeine free. You got to think about it, right? You've got your banana and just a little bit of strawberries. Definitely some nice vanilla notes. I'm always thinking vanilla, French vanilla ice cream, some slices of banana and strawberry. Heaven, love the banana split. And I promised you one is coming back and it's going to stay. This is our root beer float. This is completely caffeine free. If you don't know, root beer started as tea. It's made out of roots, of course. So we've got sarsaparilla, birch, fennel, ginger root, licorice root. Licorice tastes like sugar, okay? It tastes like sweetener. And yes, some vanilla notes. Absolutely the most perfect root beer float is right here in your cup and completely caffeine free. Friends, I don't see anybody asking any questions that are watching on the live, so I'm going to sign off for the night. But I'm going to say thank you. Thank you ever so much for spending 20 minutes with me. I appreciate it. And if you'd like to, make sure you come back next Sunday while we introduce you to our pumpkin patch inspired tea. No matter what you do with the rest of your day, I hope you have yourself a cup of tea and take care of you. Bye-bye, friends.